YouTube, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Another day, another dollar. Gonna go ahead and head over here. We have a 5:30 appointment over at some place. I don't know exactly what type of building it is. I just know we're picking up some appliances. So we're about to head that way. Cooler load, going 700 miles. You say it's a what now?
It's an RV place that loves me.
Oh yeah. You normally don't see that. But y'all, like I said, it pick up late. I don't normally do the late stuff, but if money calling, your boy gotta go get it, right? Your boy has to go get stimuli.
500 feet, turn left, Avenue East.
We dropped off yesterday those boxes.
Avenue East, then take the second left.
I'm sorry, I got the AC blasting. It's hot. Those boxes y'all saying, they were actually like boxes for watermelons. So like they expand really wide, and then you know, like they're for watermelons and stuff like that. It actually didn't take them, how long it took them to unload us? Probably about, once we got in the door, about 40 minutes, right? 30, 40 minutes. Late pickup, but like I say, it's worth it. Not the week that I wanted to have, y'all, but we're gonna try to get in one more load. Yeah, Monday to Tuesday. I'm probably, since this load is so short, I'm probably gonna end up having to take a 34 again. But I mean, sometimes the 34s make sense, especially these last couple of days, because I've been running so much. I've been pushing so far. Like the last 2 days, I've been doing like 10. My clock has been like total of like 10 plus hours, you know, driving and on duty time. But we're picking this up over in Savannah. Yeah, it's a long deadhead, but it is what it is. Nothing over here was really making no sense. It's 160-mile deadhead or something like that. So I gotta do what I gotta do, but this really puts us in a better situation, you know, for this week's check and stuff like that. We will be probably doing an expenses type of video, like show y'all my weekly expenses, because I feel like compared to other drivers, my expenses are probably relatively low, maybe. But I think it'll be a good thing to put out there, and y'all can let me know what y'all got going on and stuff like that, and how y'all expenses looking, where y'all at. I am leased on, like I said, so it is a little, my expenses are a little low, especially insurance, man. Having a group, I guess they get a group rate type of thing with insurance, so my insurance is relatively low. I think I only pay like maybe 100 and something a week, maybe. I think something like that. And I know if you by yourself, you gonna be paying a grip, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta pay cargo insurance and stuff like that. Well, I pay cargo insurance too, but it's like I said, it's relatively low. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna get over here, load up. I've seen that it had bad reviews. Some reviews were like the whole place in total has like a 1.8 review out of 80 reviews. So man, y'all already know, but it's some hit or misses on there too. Like some people were saying, oh yeah, I got out of there pretty quick. Like I got there, my appointment was at 5, I got there at 3. They had me out by, you know, 5:10. So hopefully we get a stroke of luck, but y'all know how that goes. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
We just got done getting loaded. We are here. You see, it took a minute. They didn't take us until like 5. Well, they didn't give us a dock door until like 5 something. And yeah, we just got finished, and now we have another problem going on. Our APU is messing up. It's pulling like an alternator code. So it is 84 outside right now. Our APU doesn't work. It's just a lot going on right now. Like, I wish you guys can understand. Like, it's always something. I swear it's always something. Either with our load, our trailer, our truck, it's just always something. So as of right now, Kenny's coming back. And I honestly don't think the paperwork is ready because we're supposed to get the paperwork. He's walking so sad. He has no paper in his hand. So give me 1 second. We got to get things situated. So
Chat. Chat, what's going on, y'all? Alicia, I see the clip that Alicia posted, y'all. She was telling y'all that it was the end of the world.
I thought it was. But look how God works.
Man, y'all, let me tell y'all, bro. First of all, I'm gonna start by saying, Thermal King over here in Savannah, y'all did y'all thing, bro. Y'all have made me such a happy customer. I will be coming back. If I'm ever in the area, trust me, your boy will be sliding through. So, hold on, let me get over here on the road, y'all. I'm gonna explain to y'all what's going on and what happened. All right, y'all, so we got here, right? What, about an hour and a half ago? Let me make sure my clock is on. Yeah, we got here about an hour and a half. We shouldn't have to take a 30. Yeah, we should be good. Dang, bro.
He could have got over.
About an hour and a half ago, right? So I came in complaining about the alternator, right? Because I was getting an alternator code. So, and y'all know I didn't take a picture of it, but it says alternator and you get the red triangle, right? So when I got there, I was like, dang, my alternator probably going bad. And my voltage was super low. And
I mean, dang.
I know, right? I ain't trying to pull out in front of nobody. My voltage was super duper low. It was like, well, not super duper low, but it was only with the AC on. I was only getting about 12.6, 12.7. But at 12.6, that mug just cut off. That mug kept cutting off. So I was like,
Take the ramp
last night
on the left.
was rough.
16 west toward Macon.
So I was like, I said, dang, bro, my alternator probably going out. And then I was looking at videos online, and one guy said that like it could be a ground, it could be a whole bunch of different stuff. So I was like, man, let me go out here and look. So y'all, I checked on it. So the first time I checked on it, I just tightened up the belt a little bit just to see, like, okay, let me check the belt, make sure it ain't, let me rule that out, right? So I checked the belt, no frays or nothing like that, and it was already tight. I said, let me just tighten it up just a little bit more. Tighten up a little bit more. It made that mug cut off even faster. Like, it would run for like 1 minute and cut off. It normally ran for like 3 or 4 minutes and then cut off. So it was just running for like 1 minute and cut off. And I was like, nah. I said, Alicia, I'm finna go back out here. I'm finna, what time did I go out there last night? What time did we get there?
In 3/4 of a
I think it was
mile,
8.
Take the ramp.
No, because I came back from the shower at
Probably
11.
7. Oh, dang, it was later?
I think so. Yeah, I came back from the shower at 11.
It probably had to been like 9, 10.
Yeah. So boom, I started working at about 9, and then cause we left out of there probably about 9:15. Started working at about 9 something, didn't get done with that, putting the cover and stuff back on until later, right? So I went on ahead and put the belt back where it was originally, right? After I put the belt back where it was originally, I was like, bro, let's try it again. Tried it again. It wouldn't work. It ran for like 3 minutes and then it would cut off. So I said, make sure I'm in the right lane.
Take the
So I
ramp on
said,
the
you know
left
what?
To I-16 west toward Macon.
I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take it over here, and we got some money in our maintenance account. I said, I'm just gonna have to use that, even though we've been trying to stack. I'm just gonna have to use that, right, to pay for this alternator, because I'm thinking the worst, of course, right? I'm thinking it's probably gonna be the alternator. Come to find out, it was not the alternator, y'all. It was bad ground wires, and when I looked at them, like they looked it fine. Like I didn't see no corrosion, but he said they had some corrosion on them. He said, yeah, when you look at them, sometimes it's kind of tricky to look at them because they're braided. They're braided wires that, you know, normally like if you got for like a car battery or something like that, it'll be like the wire, but it'd be like with like a coat on it, like some rubber around it, you know, to keep it from corroding. They don't do it like that, and y'all know why. They want you to keep coming back. So me and Alicia, tell them how you slept last night, girl.
I slept great.
She can sleep when it's hot, y'all.
Plus, another thing is, I wasn't the one waking up every other hour to like go turn on the truck and turn off the truck, because Kenny didn't want to run the truck constantly, but it was getting hot, so he would, you know, wake up, set alarms, and wake up and turn off and on the truck, turn on and off the truck. So yeah, he had a rough sleep, but I slept fine. It was hot, but I mean, I was used to it.
That's one thing about me, y'all. I like to sleep in cold. I can sleep if I have to sleep hot. I can. But I like to sleep cold, boy. I love it cold, y'all. I love it cold. So, but anyways, back to what they did. So he was super nice. I walked in there. I was speaking to the service person at first, and he was like, I don't know if I'll be able to get you get you in. He said, yeah, I can schedule for Tuesday.
It was like they booked, right?
Huh?
They were booked?
Yeah, he said they were booked up. And I was like, he said they booked up for the weekend, because they only open from 8 to 12 on Saturday. So I'm like, dang, bro. And he was like, he said, I can get you in Tuesday. But I was like, nah. I said, I'll just wait. So I came back to the truck, and then I was like, you know what, babe? I said, it's probably just the alternator. I said, I'll just buy it and put it on myself, because I know I can put it on myself. I got plenty of tools in here to do it myself. I done did a whole bunch of other stuff myself. So I was like, I said, let me, I'm just gonna put it on myself. So I walked back in, I said, the same guy was like, what's up, man, what happened? I said, can I speak to a technician, because if let him know what's going on, and that it's losing voltage, because if it is, then I can just, you know, do it myself. I can just replace the alternator myself. He said, yeah, hold on, let me see if I can find one. So he said all of them are tied up right now. Then he walked over to the manager's office, and the manager was sitting in there, and he was like, I told the manager what was going on. He said, yeah, he said more than likely, he said it could be the alternator going bad. He said, but also, he said it could be just some bad wires. So he said, so then I was like, okay, well, thank you. I'll just purchase the alternator and put it on. He was like, yeah, no problem. And then look, I didn't tell you this, but when I walked back to the counter, to the parts counter, I walked to a different guy. Walked to the parts counter. The guy that in the service department was talking to the guy, the manager, right? And I overheard them, and he was like, he said, yeah, he said that the alternator is shutting off and stuff. I mean, the engine is shutting off and stuff like that. He said, yeah. He said, I'll take a look at it. He said, let him know I'll take a look at it. I heard it, y'all. You know, like when you hear somebody give you good news, you get like the good news coming your way, and you already heard it before it gets your way. You like, yes. So I'm sitting there talking to the parts guy, and the service guy come back up, and he was like, he said, yeah, so our manager's gonna take a look at it for you and stuff like that. I was like, yes. I said, I was so happy, y'all, because it's so hot in this truck, and y'all know it's literally gonna be 93 degrees here in Georgia. 90 something, yeah. And so I was so happy when he was like, he said he'll take a look at it. So boom, he took a look at it, found out it was the ground wires, like I said, but also not just replacing the ground wires. He replaced the I was missing a few bolts. He replaced the bolts on it and everything, y'all. So, bruh, the Lord be blessing y'all. Jesus be working, he be blessing. You keep him first. Y'all know the last few days been kind of a difficult day because of all the next day deliveries and stuff. Kind of been a headache. Yeah.
And he said the alternator was good. He said it looked new.
Yeah.
So imagine if we would have just bought the alternator. You replaced the alternator when it was really fine,
and it still
didn't work. Like,
but see, and then what I be telling you, what I always say to you,
what
about me doing it versus them doing it.
They're experienced at it, right? And
they do it all the time. So it's like I could be guessing and end up spending way more money than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would have replaced the alternator myself. I would have paid $700 for an alternator. Boom. I replaced it myself. Now it still ain't working. Now I go back up there and they say the ground wires is bad. Now I got a new alternator when I didn't need a new alternator. Now, granted, I already know what everybody gonna say. You could have tested with a multimeter. Yes, I could have. But I still probably wouldn't have figured out that it was a ground wire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's kind of like one of them things, like, if you got the money, go ahead and put it in the shop because you prepared for the biggest expense, and then it come out to be working in your favor. But me being the person I am, I'm just trying to run my business the best I can.
Efficiently, yeah.
And you gotta think, I'm not just worried about me. I have to worry about Alicia's well-being as well. So it's like, it's a lot going on in my head that I have to filter through when I make these decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the best thing? Okay, what's the best scenario? Me driving today. Okay, me going to pick up this alternator, riding up here and dropping out. Well, I mean, and staying where I'm gonna stay tonight. Still being hot, I have to turn the truck off because the exhaust pipe is right there by the alternator. I mean, by the APU. Have to turn the truck off, change out the alternator while Alicia's sitting in the heat. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense when we can just sit in a room inside of the building and wait to get it fixed and just pay a little extra for it to be done, Lord willing, the right way. So I came back and looked at the voltage on my thing. The voltage is back up to 3.5. That's good. That's where it's supposed to be, between 3.4 and I think 14.2. So the voltage is up. Everything is good. Well, right now it's gonna be good because the truck is the truck alternator. What are you looking at and smiling for?
I'm just happy that we got it fixed. Like, so me personally, I've always been used to being sleeping, like, you know, I'm used to sleeping in the hot, but Kenny, like, it gets bad. So I kind of just felt
What gets bad?
Like, you get hot easily. So, especially because it's really, really hot outside too, that doesn't make it any better. And like humid. Yeah. So, and then you having to wake up and turn on the truck and turn off the truck. And,
I'm alright with that. I barely sleep anyway.
It's like you burn a lot of fuel, you know, when you run the truck. And when I was cooking, like, he had to turn the truck on. It's just, overall, it just sucked not having an APU, in our opinion.
Like, I love keeping my truck off, y'all. If I don't have to turn it on, I'm not turning it on, bro. And I say that because this mug is already at 577,000 miles. Like, I do not want to run my truck because it's so old. I want it ain't so old, but it's over half its life. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to preserve it. You know, I keep the oil change between 14 and 16,000. And I don't just keep the oil change, I do the full PM. I know a lot of y'all be like, you don't need to change your filters that much. I change all the filters, the fuel filters, I do all of it. The only thing I don't do is the engine filter. And when we get back home, I need to go buy it because I'm gonna change that out myself. I already changed it like 3 months ago. I'm gonna change it again. I like to keep, you know, the maintenance up on my truck. The thing that I would change more often is my tires, but they just cost so freaking much, dog. It's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, y'all. So I like to keep the truck off, bro, because that's my money maker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to put a lot of the idling load on the APU, and this is a good APU. It does good, but like I say, that I'm happy he replaced all them ground wires. So far, I had to replace a water pump hose, and the alternator wires on the APU.
Did you ever have to change the band, what do you call it?
The belt? Oh, I changed the water pump belt too. Changed that. It was literally cracked up and stuff, so I changed that out. Put a new one on there probably 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But other than that, bro, the APU hasn't really caused us much issues. I need to get it serviced when we get back home, full PM on it. So we'll get that done when we get back to the cribbo. But yeah, y'all, so it was $450 some. Normally, you know what I'm saying, if I would've got the alternator, I'd probably be looking at about $1,200. Probably $1,000, at least a grand. So I saved a little bit of money.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah.
So when we actually pulled into the bay, guys, he was running the truck. Mind you, Kenny had ran the truck yesterday and timed it, so we kind of knew when it would pull up the like shut down and pull up the alternator code. So Kenny was timing me. They turned the truck on. Turned the APU on, and when Kenny had set a timer and it went past 3 minutes, we was like, dang. We was like, is it ever really gonna cut off? Like.
It eventually cut off at 8 minutes, y'all. Yeah. And I think it's because I drove all the way over there, so my the voltage was still high, like my battery voltage, I'm guessing. the current was still kind of high. It was at like 12.9 or something like that. But then after about 8 minutes, it eventually shut down. But yeah, so me and Lisa were like, ooh, I don't know.
It's like, dang, it was like, how are you gonna play us like that?
Yeah. But y'all, we got it hopefully fixed. We'll let y'all know like tomorrow, I guess. But in the next vlog, we'll let y'all know, because when we get here and shut down, we're definitely running the APU because it is hot, y'all.
Yes.
We close that curtain up, run the APU, get it cool in here. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get in the truck, APU is a must if you can afford it or you can find a good deal. This one I found a very good deal with the APU attached. So I couldn't complain. Y'all, we done made it over here. So where we're gonna stay for the night. Y'all, it almost was bad. It almost was bad, but the Lord made a way and the APU should be working. We just got here. I ain't turned it on yet. So
I guess we'll tell you guys.
all right, actually, let's see. We're gonna see, y'all. Go ahead and turn it on. And we're gonna see what the voltage go to right now.
Okay.
Fresh off turning the truck off, I am at 13.4 volts. Fresh off turning the truck off, I'm at 13.4 volts. Hopefully this worked. Like I said, before we left out the parking lot, it was at 13.5. 13.5. Before I turned the APU off to back out, it was at 13. What?
It's already hot.
Yeah, it's steaming, bro. In Georgia, it's supposed to be 93 degrees. Dang, that motherfucker up quick, cuz.
It is 83 right now. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna see how this thing do, y'all.
13.2.
All right, y'all. So it dropped down. Oh, can y'all see?
Yeah, they can see.
So now it's going. Where is it now?
13.2 is going up.
13.2.
It was just at 12.9.
Yeah, now it's going down. The condenser fan just kicked in. So.
Oh, it's going down.
No, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, look, it's going up.
Oh no. So y'all, right now it's at 13.5. So we're gonna call it good. But yeah, we'll see y'all in the next video. We'll talk to y'all later.